Actress Anne Heche had died from injuries sustained from a car accident. At
Right.
the time, it was heavily rumored that she was under the influence of quote unquote illicit substances, which led to the crash. Turns out that the final autopsy report has been released and there was no alcohol detected, and any drugs in her system were administered from the hospital, and that the official cause
Oh.
of death is inhalation and thermal injuries due to Anne being stuck in her car for around 30 minutes before she was rescued by first responders. For those of you who don't know, or care for that matter, Anne was hospitalized immediately following the crash. She went into a coma and was declared brain dead days later, but was kept on life support so her organs could be donated. So no drugs, no alcohol in her system. She
See,
just
that's horrible because I'm sure, my tone of voice whenever I talked about it, which wasn't too much, on this show, and other people, they probably referred to her as a drug addict or that she really needed help, and maybe she did. We don't know what her life was like other than this day,
right.
but on this test, she didn't have alcohol and drugs in her system, and that's really sad that she goes off kind of being painted as a loser.
Yeah, I remember it was a big thing, and that's why I always like to say you have to make sure it's listed as rumored, and you have to wait until the facts come out before you can, make your final judgment. And this is one of those cases where it was like everybody's like, yeah, yeah, drugs, the way she was speeding, blah blah. But that's final autopsy, so there you have it.
The only thing is, I mean, didn't she drive her car into someone's house? Isn't that what
She,
happened?
she hit, I think she hit someone's house, but she was caught speeding like super fast in
Right.
like a door cam. So who knows what
So
was going on with her or
maybe
what
the
was
car
in her
needed a
life.
recall. Maybe she
You don't
was
know.
suicidal. Maybe it was a mistake. But the thing is, this is what I'm also thinking too with the drugs and alcohol, because you know me, I don't trust anything. So it's like, oh, they're saying about drugs and alcohol, it's only from the hospital. But I'll give you a quick little story. A friend of mine had a huge party, and she could have gotten in trouble for it. And the parents were away, okay? And then about a month later, we threw another party, but the mom was home. And now things were broken at the first party, and
Ah,
but the mom didn't discover them till after the second party. So, all the things that happened the first party were covered up by the second party. So perhaps drugs and alcohol might have been in Anhesha's system, but they were covered up by the drugs that the hospital is giving her, you
that
know?
is also a possibility, but you never
Yeah.
know. You never know. Only
How
one
about
person
that?
knows, and that person
Hot
is no
like
longer
me.
with us.
Yeah. Well, RIP either way.
So that's it for the sad news, and we're going to move to the